Hello everyone and welcome back to another review here on the channel. Today we're going to be wrapping up our Sundance series with the 10th and final movie that I saw at Sundance Film Festival 2021, which was First Date. I have a playlist of all the other movies that I watched, and this one was the most recent one that I watched, and one that I found, again, with these last couple, a little bit conflicting in my mind, because on one hand, it is a very entertaining movie, but on the other hand, it's a little bit cliched, and I have some very strong problems about this film, and this was probably my least favorite of all the movies that I watched, next to our #J, and it's kind of unfortunate, because when I read the premise of this movie, this was actually one of my most recent purchases of these tickets, because I heard some good things about it and I was interested in the premise. And the basic premise of this movie is this kid who has a crush on this girl asks her out on a first date, and they're about to go out, but he needs a car, so he goes to this place and he buys a car from a very shady person, and things just go wrong from there, spiraling out of control. He gets tied up in criminal activity and police activity, and it just ends up being in a very escalating situation from beginning to end. And this movie was a little bit mixed for me, mainly because of the relationship between the main character and his crush was very weak, I guess. I think it wasn't the strongest, because the movie felt like it really needed to keep them apart for a large majority of this movie. So you had a little cute, nice meeting of the two, and you think that their chemistry works a little bit, but the fact that you don't really get them together for a large majority of this movie was just a little bit disappointing to me. The first date aspect of this movie actually had the least amount of screen time, and I won't say that these main actors did a bad job. I thought they did a fine job, and when they were together, they were pretty endearing, but I really feel like I didn't get to see their relationship be tested at all, even though it is a first date. And again, with that same concept, it's very hard to be able to get used to these characters. And I have Quinn and Slim up right here because it has a very similar premise. It's the first dates between those two characters, and things go wrong, they get pulled over, and it ends up being more of a Bonnie and Clyde type situation. And I have not actually seen this movie yet, although I was very, very excited to see it when I first saw the trailer, and I heard some great things about it. And I think that movie largely succeeds from what I hear because of the direction, the unique direction, the thing that I was trying to say, the meaning behind the actual film, and the performances, especially from Daniel Kaluuya and Jodie Turner-Smith. This movie does not really have any of that. There are a lot of characters in this movie, ranging from a crazy cat lady to this couple that actually has the best subplots. They're the only smart ones of this group of idiots that are the crime aspect of this film, these people that are after this car for a very specific reason that end up being after this kid. A lot of weird, wacky characters in terms of that. These two cop characters I thought were pretty interesting. They were actually really funny, and they worked really well together. And there's a lot of funny moments in this film, but like I said, the main core of this movie just is not there. And what is this movie trying to say? It doesn't really have anything really to say. It just kind of is a one-night situation that spirals out of control, and admittedly is a very entertaining situation. This kid finds himself in a lot of funny situations that are just kind of terrible for him because all he wants to do is go on a date with this girl that he really likes. And it's a very central drive for this character. He has a very specific want, and it is very difficult for him to get that want. But I feel like the movie just didn't give enough attention to that. And like I said, there was a bunch of characters in this movie, and for the most parts, none of them really have anything to do other than being like the main bad guy, or being this one other main bad guy, and then, oh wait, no, there's an even more bigger, badder bad guy. And it's just like, it just kind of adds on top of each other. None of these characters are really meaningful, especially towards the end where things start to happen with these characters, and you just really didn't really care about them. There's one guy that really wants to keep his ski mask on that I thought was very funny. There's a lot of little subplots within these characters that are all after this car that are fairly entertaining. Like I said, I like the cops. I like this younger couple within the group of idiots, or the group of criminals, I guess. I guess they're technically criminals, but criminals tend to be really big idiots. So I guess in that way, it's pretty accurate, but at the same time, it's very frustrating because these are the worst criminals pretty much ever. Manuel, Crosby, and Darren Knapp do a fine job directing this movie, but it honestly didn't feel like the movie had as much style that I wanted it to have. And although I did enjoy my overall experience by the end of it, especially because I did enjoy the ending quite a bit, overall it felt like a fairly cliched movie where nothing really grand happened to these characters that I really cared about, and it just ended up being a movie that I watched and I'll probably never watch again, and I'm not really sure if I'd recommend you guys to seek out this movie unless it's just playing on TV one day, or if it's a free stream on Netflix and you want a comedy, or it's a first date and you're watching on a first date. I feel like this could be an interesting movie to watch on a first date. So thanks guys for watching this video, this review for the last Sundance movie that I have on my list. And I will probably be doing one more video at the very end of all of this, of ranking all these movies or talking about my Sundance 2021 experience, because I very much enjoyed the online format and it worked a lot more smoothly than I was expecting it to. So thanks guys for watching this video, and subscribe to my channel. Definitely go ahead and do that. Comment down below if you saw First Date during Sundance, or if you're in the future and you were able to see this once it came out on streaming. So thanks guys for watching this video, and I hope to see you all in my next one.